hose properly mounted, secured, not cut, not damaged, no leaks. Make sure the clamps is not broken, properly mounted and secured. Make sure they're not missing. Okay. From there, I'm going to check the air compressor. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, it's not damaged. I hear no leaks. Make sure no bolts missing. Check the hoses coming from the compressor. Make sure the hose is not cut. Make sure it's not damaged. Also make sure I hear no leaks. I look at the compressor, see if it's gear or belt driven. And what is it? Anybody know?
Belt. Looks belt to me.
Yeah, it's gear driven.
I couldn't tell for a second there.
Gear driven because you don't see a belt and a pulley in the front of it. You see hoses in the front of it, so it's gear driven. It's by the hoses and you got the gear. That's the pump in the front. So remember, they're gonna want to know. And then if you look at your pre-trip sheet, you'll look in there and you'll see where it's got compressor. And it's probably, if it highlighted in black, you'll see it say gear or belt. If the belt is highlighted black, that means it's belt driven. So you'll know when you go down there to test. Yeah. So you'll know the difference. Okay. All right. So from there, I'm checking the hoses. All hoses, make sure they're not cut, damaged, or leaking over here on this side. Be properly mounted and secure. From there, I'm going to check the water reservoir for the cooling. Make sure it's not damaged. Make sure the hose is not cut, damaged, or leaking. The clamps is not broken. Properly mounted and secure. I would check to make sure it has the proper level cooling in it. Make sure it's between the add or the maximum and the minimum. As long as it's in between, you're okay. If it's down below this minimum, it have a sensor inside. So that sensor, it'll stop it, it'll shut the engine off, and then it'll let you know, hey, put something in me. And then you might not know what it is. You might come out and check your fuel filter and think it's the fuel filter, not the fuel filter. But then once you go back, once you open up the top, if it's cool enough, you open the top up and you can check and see if there's no cooling in it or if it's not enough, then you got to add some in it. Most of them may have a sight glass. You can see it more better. And you can see if it's you can see it if it's down below that minimum, just go ahead and put some in it, put some cooling in it. Or, if you don't have any cooling, all you have is water will work. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have cooling, you just have water. Put water in it. Once you put enough in there, then the sensor, it'll do what it's supposed to do, and then you can start it up and you can keep rolling. But if you get down below that minimum, somewhere along there, it started shutting off, and start it back up, stay a little bit, and then shut back off again. Okay? So, but you don't want it open from here. You always want to open from the top, and that's where you want to feel it at, from the top. Okay? But of course, you don't want to do it when it's hot, no way. It'll cool down. Okay, so, all right, so I'm not sure if the governor is on that sheet or not. But that's your air governor right there. So if the governor's on it, then you need to call it off. I'm not sure if it's on there. That's your governor, properly mounted, secure, not damaged, no bolts missing. Also check the hoses to the governor, make sure the hose is not cut, damaged, or leaking. Okay? All right. From there, the steering shaft. It's a steering shaft. Properly mounted, secure, it's not cracked, it's not bent. Coming all the way down to the steering knuckle. Steering knuckle, properly mounted, secure, it's not damaged. No bolts missing. It should be greased. This is the gearbox. Gearbox properly mounted, secure, no bolts missing. I see no leaks. Make sure it's properly mounted and secure, and I see no leaks, no bolts missing. Pitman arm. This is the pitman arm, properly mounted, secure, it's not damaged, not bent. Make sure no bolts missing. It has a castle nut, and make sure you check to see if the Carter pin is there, or the Carter key, and it's there. Okay. Hooked to the pitman arm is the drag link. It's the drag link, properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, it's not broken or bent. There's no illegal welds on it. Also, it hooks to the upper steering arm. This is the upper steering arm. Upper steering arm, properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked or broken or bent. No bolts missing. Has the castle nut, and also it has a Carter key or a Carter pin. Okay. Now at the bottom, you got the tie rod again. Check the tie rod. Make sure it's not cracked. It's not broken. It's not bent. It hooks to the lower steering arm, just like on the other side. Make sure the lower steering arm is properly mounted, secure, it's not cracked, not broken or bent. Has a calcium nut, and also it has the Carter key or Carter pin. Okay, so now